Hello, everybody. This is Vince Russo, and it's Sunday night, bro. And this is what we do every Sunday night on the brand. Me and my paisan, bro, my friend of 27 years, bro. We get together, big Vito Lagrasso. We come on here, we rap, we talk like it was old times, like we never missed a beat, bro. No guards up. This is just two paisanos, bro, not only talking about wrestling, but talking about life. And today, you're going to get a little sneak peek on Twitch because I am on Twitch now, Vince Russo Live. You can follow me on Twitch. You're going to get a little sneak peek of this show, maybe the first 5 minutes, bro, that broadcast every Monday on the Realm Network, Getting Color with the great Vito Lagrasso. Just go to russosbrand.com. You could subscribe to the brand. Vito, what's going on, bro?
How's everything, Twitch world? It's Big Vito in the house. The Big Vito brand is live, baby, live. And we're coming to you with another action-packed weekend of Getting Color. I hope everybody is doing great. I hope you're having a fantastic weekend. Vince, I know we got a lot of things to talk about. Let's start the show off, and let's welcome all those newcomers to Twitch. Catch us on the Realm Network. Catch us here at the Big Vito brand. Catch us at the Russo brand. Just catch us if you can. There might have been a movie at one time, but you know how it goes.
Now, Vito, is that a new Gleason's gym shirt you're wearing, or is that an old school one?
No, this is an old school one that somebody had gotten for me. And I wear it every now and then. It just stays for, I really don't wear it out. I wear it in the house, just around. Every once in a while, pull it out. So I figured I'd pull out the Gleason's gym on. It's kind of big on me right now, but you got to do what you got to do.
It's appropriate, Vito, that you broke it out because this show, Getting Color, is your show. And I asked you tonight what you wanted to talk about. And you said you wanted to talk about dreams. You wanted to talk about dreams and hopes and goals and ambitions in life. And, a big part of that dream with you was Gleason's gym, where you trained to be a professional wrestler. We'll talk all about that, bro, because some of the greats trained with you. But, Vito, let's back up. Let's talk about dreams. Give us an overview, first of all, of what you want to discuss tonight.
Well, everybody's got dreams out there, and everybody has what they want to do in life and where they want to be and how they want their life to be. And, it's funny. Sometimes you get derailed and sometimes you make sacrifices that really it puts a hold on where you want to be, and you sacrifice for the right reasons, the right people. And sometimes in the end, after all the sacrifices you made, you find out that the people didn't appreciate the sacrifices you made, and it held up what you really wanted to do and where you wanted to be. And it's kind of sad when people take for granted the goodness and kindness in your heart, and they don't really appreciate what you gave up in your life for them to be happy. And you put your own happiness and success aside so these people can be happy and enjoy whatever it is they needed to enjoy. And then at the end of the day, when you say, okay, we're ready to move forward, are you on board with everything? And then they tell you, I'm going to go on a different cruise. I'm going to go on a different plane. I'm going to go somewhere else. Well, what happened to the time I spent making sure you were okay? And what happened to the time I made sure that everything you needed, you had? And then when it was time, to get up and pack and move, and then you say, well, I'm going to go on a different venture. That's not really cool. There's no dedication to that person. There's no trust. There's no love. A lot of times in life, people, they take advantage of kindness and they take advantage of good-natured people. And not too many people will give up their dreams or give up where they want to be in life. And, people, I got to tell you from experience, and it's sad to say, but sometimes you got to put yourself first. And sometimes you got to put your foot down and say, you know what? This is what I want out of my life. And this is where I want to be in my life. And I know you might not agree with it and you might not, endorse it, but I got to be happy too. And when you see that person sacrifice and they're unhappy, they're miserable, they're sad, and at the end of the rainbow, the person who did all the sacrifice and sees what's going on, and then when the final day comes and you say, "Okay, we're ready to go now," and they back out on you, that's pretty messed up. I mean, it's a heartbreaker. It's sad, and it makes you really resent the fact that you gave up your own happiness for these people or that person. And what does that person at the end of the day say to you? They really don't care. They just care about their own happiness. And people, I'm going to be the first one to tell you, I've sacrificed a lot of things for a lot of people. I've done a lot of great things for a lot of people. A lot of times I didn't put myself first. There was sometimes I did put myself first. But it's a 50-50 world. And if you don't play ball with people and you don't, make that sacrifice for people, how are you ever supposed to move ahead? And I guess the word is you have to be a little selfish at times to move ahead. And if those people want to come with you and jump on your train, then by all means, they're welcome to do so. But if they don't see where you're going and which way you want to be, and they want to give you a hard time, they want to bellyache, they want to make life difficult, then maybe you have to take that step forward and say, okay, here is where the plan is and here's where I want to be now. It's either you'd like to come or you don't want to come. Either you want to be or you don't want to be. But this is where I'm going to make life and this is how I'm going to be. So you're more than welcome to join me. If you don't, I understand. Because maybe it's not your cup of tea or not what you want. But for the previous years that I sacrificed my happiness for your wants and needs, how could you say that you don't want to return the same favor? So to all those people out there who are in the same position or have been through that, sometimes it's better to go out and live your dreams and go get it and, make that hard decision to go forward. And I know it's not the easiest thing to do to hurt somebody's feelings, but in the end, whose feelings are getting hurt? A lot of times they're yours, because for everything you've done, nobody really recognized all the sacrifices you made to make them happy. I mean, Vince, you tell me.
Vito, it's a very tangled web we weave, because we all go through like different phases in our life, bro. And like our entire life is a life experience. I know what you're talking about now, Vito, but like here's the thing, man. It's like you, bro, when you chased your dream, okay, bro, you told the story and it was very, very touching, bro. You told the story of when you came on, that one time you told the story of when you were chasing your dream and about coaching your daughter's basketball team.
Right.
And you were going to go to the game, bro, and she was expecting you to go on the game and she was counting on you going to the game. But, the wrestling business, was calling and you had to go away and you had to go work. And, listen, your daughter was probably at an age then where she really didn't understand it. And at that point, you probably let her down. Well, it's funny now, bro, because now, you go full circle and now like you find yourself in a position now where people are letting you down. So it's tough, bro, because like we've been in both positions in life. And Vito, listen, man, a big part of chasing the dream is making it all about us. And we can sit here and we could say, yeah, bro, we made a lot of money. And, we were able to take care of our family. I was able to take care of mine. You were able to take care of yours. And we can say that, bro. But is that really an excuse? Because in order to chase our dream, I think both of us have to know and we have to admit we put the dream first, bro. And we put the job, because wrestling still was a job. We put the job over our family, bro. And, like I said, bro, we could say, yeah, we were taking care of our family. Yeah, bro, but we could have took care of our family doing a 9 to 5 and being at home all the time. But we did it, bro. That was our choice because at the time we were doing something we really loved. And listen, bro, let's face it, Vito. My family took a back seat. My wife took a back seat. My kids took a back seat. And it's very hard for me at this point in my life to deal with that because there's nothing I could do about it. It's happened. I made that decision. Now I got to try to learn from it and move on. But basically, like in your case, you're kind of finding yourself on the opposite side of that track. So I guess my question to you, bro, is chasing the dream. That's what it's all about, bro, because we both did it. Chasing the dream and achieving the dream. Do you have any regrets about that? And would you have done anything differently?
Do I have regrets now that I sit here years after? No, because when you look at the results and how people treated you after the fact, because either you're not giving them money or they're not riding in the spotlight with you, or they're not riding your coattails, they're not eating in the finest restaurants, they're not doing the greatest things ever. So do I regret it today? A lot of those people don't even speak to me today. A lot of those people I don't talk to. So do I regret it? Absolutely not. Not at all. Because if you could see my plan, my flight, my transition, and you saw how hard I worked, you saw I was exhausted, I was beat up, I did everything possible to make it and do everything. And in return, if you were that upset with me, why would you take my money? Why would you take my gifts? Why would you take what I was giving to you? You supplemented your own happiness on my behalf. And then after the fact, now you want to tell me, yeah, you're no good no more. I don't need to talk to you. Kind of sucks. It really does. And when I look at it today, I don't regret chasing my dream. And did I miss out on a lot of things? Yes. Did I not do some of the right things that I was supposed to do? Yes. But when you're looking back at it and who's in your life now, as opposed to who's in your life then, and who communicates with you and who doesn't, I'll be goddamned if I'm going to be, sad about everything I achieved and what I went through, because nobody gives a shit about you today. And that's the truth.
All right, everybody. But me and Vito, we're gonna go much, much deeper here. There's a lot I wanna get into this with him, because I know Vito and I want to get in his head a little bit. But I'm gonna cut this off on Twitch. This was just a tease. If you want to hear the whole show, bro, you could hear it tomorrow on the Realm Network, bro. You could subscribe to russosbrand.com. It's less than $1 a week. You get Big Vito, you get Stevie Richards, Ben Hameen, the Disco Inferno. You get a show every day of the week. You'll get it in its entirety on video and audio. Just go to Realm Network. You could subscribe through russosbrand.com. I'm going to sign off on Twitch. I will see everybody tomorrow, and we are going to continue on the Realm Network. Okay, Vito, let me ask you a question. How old were your kids, bro, when you were in the when you were in the thick of your wrestling career? How old were they?
They were still teens. In their teens.
How much communication did you have with them while wrestling? Just basically when you got home?
Phone calls, when I got home.
Vito, when you achieved your goal, bro, what? Let me ask you this: when you started out in wrestling, what was the ultimate goal? WWE, or was the goal I just want to make money in wrestling? What was the ultimate goal when you started on your journey?
WWF.
No doubt about it, bro.
I made it my first year. You remember? I made it my first year. So I achieved one goal. Then I had other goals. I want to go to Japan. I want to go to Puerto Rico. I want to go to Memphis. I want to go to all the territories. I want to wrestle around the world. So as you grow into something, the WWF in '91 was a taste of what was to come. It was the prelude. Saying, man, I'm here. I can remember and tell you right now, I could remember me looking at the WWF sign in my first match, and I can remember it like it was yesterday. And I was wrestling Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels, the Rockers, and I'm standing there, and I was like, wow, I made it. I'm here, you know? And then, you know, you got introduced to the wrestling business, and then, you know, on the bus trip back, or we had a van, and Sonny Blaze was driving the van, and the guys who had some more years on me because it was my first year, there's a guy named Al Coleman. He was a corrections officer. He was a black guy, and he thought he could poke fun at me, and he kept needling me the whole trip. So I decided. I told Al, pull this over. We're on, you know, on a highway in Connecticut. I said, pull this over. I had enough. I told the guy to get out of the van. I said, now I'm going to kick the shit out of you. Everybody just stopped dead. Yo, man, you don't. I said, no. Now I want to kick the shit out of you. I had enough. Let's go right now. No, man, I was no. You weren't playing. You busted my balls. You got my attention. I had enough. Let's go. And that stopped everything from that day forward. They knew I wasn't no slouch. You know, I was going to. And these guys were 6'4", 6'5", and 6'6", the three guys in the back. And I said, come on, let's go. I'm going to kick the shit out of you. And from that day forward, as far as WWF goes, you know, I got my respect that day, and nobody ever poked fun at me or tried to abuse me or tried to make a jerk out of me. And the same goes on the independents. You never dared to, you know, tried anything, because I was going to say, okay, come on, let's go outside. Or if you tried something stupid in the ring, and Vince Russo was there when somebody tried something stupid in the ring, I slapped you in your teeth, and I said, okay, you want to go again? I got plenty more slaps. I got two hands. They all can be repetitive if you want. So when you got to be tough, you're tough. When you had enough shit, you stop taking shit. When you want to go and see your dreams to fruition, you got to have your chin out and go and, you know, take the repercussions that come with it. And sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. But the thing is, nobody respects what you go through, and nobody appreciates the sacrifices you make. So you can share your wealth, so you can share everything. And when I had it, I shared it. And that's the sad thing, is I actually gave and I shared. And some people wanted more than, you know, what I wanted to share. And I said, listen, you know, I remember after I was out of WCW, I was going back and forth to Japan. I went to TNA, and I finally signed with the WWE. And it wasn't even like my first week. I didn't even get my first paycheck. And 3 people asked me for a loan. 3 people I haven't heard from, like, since, you know, the heyday and the WCW days, and I was making big money and I was doing good. Hey, you know, hey, just going, you know, congratulations. Listen, you know, I know I haven't spoken to you today. I could borrow some money. And I told all 3, I said, I didn't even get my first paycheck yet. I can't help you. And that's the way it is sometimes. You know, people just think you're good enough for gifts, money, and good times. They don't think you have any feelings or trials and tribulations in your life. Well, surprise, there are. And sometimes it sucks.
Yeah. So Vito, there's no, you know, when you were, I don't know, I was going to say when you were on top means getting there. Getting there is on top. I say that all the time, but I could sit here, I could talk about, you know, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens and all I could say that till the cows come home. The bottom line is they're there. Okay. Whether I believe they deserve to be there or not, doesn't mean anything. They're there. So they made it, period. End of story, bro. So from the time you were on top, bro, to, you know, more or less when let's just say when the glory days were over, no doubt, bro, you felt people in your life treated you differently.
Yeah, people treated you differently. Now you got to remember, guys. You know, I was in the WWF, and people thought I was under contract. And then when I went to these different companies, you know, okay, Memphis TV in New York, really, you didn't know the nostalgia and the, you know, what Memphis was. When I went to Puerto Rico, wow, you're in Puerto Rico. When I went to Japan, they didn't know. But when I went to ECW and I became a regular on ECW, and now I had some traction. People were coming around, people were hanging around. Then I went to WCW. Wow, people really, really came around. Then when WCW closed and I started going overseas a lot, people started to drift off a little bit. When I went to TNA, people started to come back because I thought I was doing some big things. When I wound up in the WWE, people flocked because, man, you're in the WWE. But you got to remember, it was an on-off thing where I was wrestling in all four top promotions, and people were coming and going, and they thought it was hot, they came closer. They thought it was cold, they backed off a little bit. But I mean, that's just the nature of the beast. I'm sure movie stars and rock stars and rappers and other pro athletes beside myself go through the same thing. When you're in the thick of things and you're on the main roster, like you mentioned, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, they're on top. They're doing good. They're making money. And you know what? Right now, they're basking in their glory. They're the hottest thing on TV. It doesn't matter what anybody's opinion is because they're there and we're not. So who are you to judge? You say congratulations. I'm glad you're doing good. Enjoy your money, save your money. But at the end of the day, they probably go through the same thing I do, or they will. And I'm sure it's no different for anybody else out there who's made that. Now, Vince, we never talk about anything like with you, like personal life, really. But, you being a writer for the WWE, okay, and that was pretty famous. But you didn't really hit superstardom until you went to WCW. You were a full-time character on TV. Did you feel that people in your life came closer to you and wanted to join the party, or did you feel like you were exiled?
It wasn't so much people in my life, Vito. It was people in the business. I mean, bro, when I was in a position of helping people, you're talking about helping family. When I was in a position of helping people inside the business, bro, I was the most popular kid on the block. I mean, my phone never stopped ringing. But I'm telling you, bro, when I left every company, when I left WWE, when I left WCW, when I left TNA, bro, my phone never rang. And I was the loneliest guy in the planet. It was crystal clear when I was in a position that I could no longer help people, bro, that they were done with me. I mean, it was that simple. It was a one-way street. They used me if I could help them. Once I was put in a position I couldn't help them, I didn't hear from them anymore, except a handful of people, of course. But that really wasn't family and friends. That was just the business and the nature of the business. That never happened to me too much, bro, with family and friends. And, Vito, maybe it's because, I was still making money as a writer. I mean, like I really was making I was making a writer's salary. So I don't know if many people thought I was making the big bucks or looked at me that way. And, nobody really approached me asking for money. But Vito, were you really like fooled by some people that you really, really thought were friends, and then you find out at the end of the day, well, you might have been, little more than a cash cow? I mean, were you shocked in certain instances?
No, I don't think it was more. I don't think it was like friends. I think it was family. And it kind of sucks that your family would kind of treat you like that. And when you got it like that, and you're sharing, and even if you were in a relationship and you were doing your thing and you would take your lady out and stuff, and she'd say, "Oh, you only bought me this, but you didn't buy me this. Oh, you only got this for me, but what about this? How about be happy that I bought you this? And maybe the other thing will come if you shut up. Don't ask me for it. Maybe I'll surprise you." And
Yeah,
that's
but
the thing
Vito,
that
aren't those going to be the same people that say, would those same people say they'd rather have your time instead of your money? They would have rather you been there than gotten the money.
I think you really can't say that because it's a 50-50 thing, because they know when you came, you brought the goods. And then if you weren't there, they weren't getting anything, and they didn't have to put on that happy face and be fake and smile. And I tell you what, there are a lot of fake people in the world. A lot of people are just, I can't stand it. And with me, and I'll tell you, I would give you the shirt off my back if you come to my house. You have food, you have plenty to drink, you have, whatever you need. If you're talking and you need something, I got it in the closet. I'll get it for you. I'll give it to you. And, I don't ask you for nothing except to come have a good time at my house. My door's always open. But, if you think like when you get invited somewhere sometimes and like they think like, you're going to come and then they talk to you because they invited you to their house and then they ask you for something, those people are phony. Or, they're around you just because you're who you are and they put on this facade like, you're their best buddy. But then when like you're of no good to them or like, they can't introduce you to enough new people, then you fall off the tracks and you're like, all right, I really didn't need you. That's why I'm very like careful who I let in my world. And like, I'm very careful and I don't like to let people close to me because of that reason. And because when people get close to me and I feel like, okay, everything is cool, something always happens. That's why I tell people, listen, don't love me. It's a lot easier. Just stay afar, like me, send me a postcard. We're cool. A phone call. Just don't love me. I'd rather you do that. I mean, sometimes, and it's sad to say that, I don't want to be loved by people. I just want you to be cordial. Let's have a good time. But let's stop all the nonsense and bullshit because I've been through it in my whole life. People are treating me like that. I'm tired of being treated like that. And sometimes I would like to put myself first and foremost and do what I want to do. But me being a good-hearted guy, I do what other people want to do, and I put my own feelings aside. And then when the time comes when I want to do what I want to do, and people are not on board with it, and that upsets me. And that sucks. And this goes for everybody out there. And I know it's sad to say, if you want to do something in your life, go do it. Deal with the consequences after because you might not ever have another chance to do it, guys.
That's interesting, Vito, because I hear what you're saying and I totally understand what you're saying. But then again, we are taught, that we are, I got a freaking, bro, I got it tattooed on my arm somewhere right there. Live to serve. We are taught that we are supposed to be here to serve. And, basically what you're saying is you did. You did that, bro. You served. And in serving, you felt that you were taken for granted. And now, you've learned through life that you're going to do things your way and you're going to do what you want. But, bro, on the other side of the coin, were you maybe nice and did you maybe serve the wrong people? Because there are going to be, Vito, I can't believe, listen, I got to believe this. Bro, those that you helped out, okay, bro, there has to be some that were appreciative of what you did, no?
There are a lot of people who are appreciative, and then there are a lot of people who really don't give a shit, and people who took it like for granted. And then, where are those people today? And sometimes you just sit back and you watch and you say, okay, this is how my life is unfolded. This is what I've done. And you really don't take it, you really sometimes you overanalyze it, but then you sit there and you're looking for answers, and the answers sometimes don't come to you. But then when you see who's there, what's going on, you take a full-blown look and you're saying, hey, what are you doing? What's your life here? Maybe you'd like to, live the life you want to lead. Maybe it's, I would like to do something I like. Maybe I would like to do some things. And sometimes it doesn't happen like that. And I'm sure the people I've helped who appreciate it, they're appreciative. And there are some people who I've helped who forgot my name and don't call me. That's fine too. I'm glad I can help you. But, and of course, if I helped you and I never heard from you again, and you come to me for help again, and guess what? I'm not helping you. I'll say, listen, I just can't do it. I'm sorry. Then you're going to get a shitty name anyway, because that's just the nature of the beast. But I tell you, you just come up with some revelations and you come up with some things. And, I don't know if people believe in the spirits and believe in, saints or gods who hang around you, or, the spirits who are in your corner. Sometimes there are some people who look out for you, and sometimes, they're there And Vince, you're a religious person. I don't know how deep you get into the spirits, if you have a guardian angel or you don't have one. But I'm sure that there's some that are looking out for me, and I know that people, do care.
But you know what, Vito? Here's the thing, bro. This is what I'm getting from this. And by the way, I don't want to point out that I paid for all those pizzas and you never bought a pizza. I'm not gonna go down that road.
Who are you talking about? I made you famous on WCW.
All right, listen. This is what it sounds like to me, Vito. Okay, and I like that we're having this talk because these are the things that help people, bro. I mean, they look at your life and everything you've gone through and everything you've endured. This is the things that really help people. Man, you're sounding, bro. It's coming across like you're very disappointed in a lot of people in your life. But Vito, hold on for a second now. Doesn't that come from you expecting them to reciprocate and treat you the way that you would have treated them? Because basically, bro, that's human nature. Bro, listen, let's call a spade, bro. Human nature is people are going to use you. They're going to use you, bro. That's human nature. People are going to take advantage of you and people are going to use you. I believe, bro, in my experiences in life, there are more bad people than good people. That's my experiences in life. So it is part of it, bro, that you were expecting people to treat you the way you treated them, and that just wasn't going to happen, bro.
Well, you would think if you treat people good and they know like what you're doing for them, and you do the right thing by them, you only expect them to reciprocate and do the right thing by you. And it's not because you expected it, because that's just, here I am doing this, and you see I'm doing it out of kindness of my heart, and then you go and treat me like shit. Well, hey, I'm a human being and I have feelings. And, I don't think it was because when your feelings mattered, I took it upon myself to lift you up by your pants, hold you up and say, I got you. How many people say I got you to me? Or how many people say that in general to all the people who help each other? How many people get that? I got you, man. Don't worry about it. Dust yourself off.
But bro, you can't stop doing the right thing. That's what it sounds like a little bit. That's what I'm a little bit afraid of. You can't ever stop doing the right thing, bro.
Listen,
some people are going to appreciate you, bro.
I have a neighbor. I told you about Miss Shirley. She's 76 years old. Lady loves me since the day I moved in down there, right? And there's never a thing I won't do for her. And she always tries to pay me. And I never take a dime from her. I said, you know what? Buy me jelly beans. For everything I do for you, I just come over and have some jelly beans. So every time I go over, there's a bowl of jelly beans that sit in the middle of her house on a table. She said, I want to pay you for what you did today. I said, you are paying me. You got my jelly beans right there on the table. She starts cracking up. She, Vito, come on, let me pay you. I said, Miss Cheryl, you're insulting our friendship. She's 76 years old. Why is she going to pay me? So yesterday, she calls me up in the middle of the day. I just got home from the gym. Vito, are you busy? I said, no, what's the matter? It's my freezer broke. I said, okay, what do you want me to do? Well, I need to go to Home Depot, and can you help my son bring it in? I said, I'll be right over. So I go. I move the freezer. Me and the son bring in the other freezer. She goes, I want to pay you for this. I said, Miss Cheryl, I says, what do we got on the table? I know, but I want to pay you. I want to give you money. I said, I don't want your money. I don't want nothing from you. This lady, I shovel her cars, I shovel her walk, I do everything for her. It's like one of my best friends, So what are we learning? I'm gonna buy you something, and you can't tell me a damn thing what you could buy me, what I could buy you, and I'm just gonna do it, and you're just gonna like it. I said, Miss Cheryl, I said, all right, you want to buy me something? Buy me a shirt. What do you want to take? Buy me a shirt. Okay, I like the bird. You want to buy me something, Miss Cheryl? I want a big 75-inch color screen television. You want to buy me something? So, and I gotta laugh, you know what I mean? And but this is an ongoing joke between me and Yesterday I had a helper in the truck, and I said, Miss Cheryl, they talk about us in the neighborhood. You get one shot at this. Where do you want me to lift you from? She starts cracking up laughing. She goes, just lift. So I lifted, put her in the truck. So, I mean, that's the kind of relationship you have with people.
Let's make this clear, Blo. You can never stop doing the right thing but
Right.
maybe you need to kind of be smart about who you're doing the right thing for. Is that what you're saying?
It's how could you judge who's smart, who you're doing the right thing for, who's smart? If you're a kind enough person, I help out everybody. And it's
But
not that
yet
I'm
you never
looking,
paid for the pizza.
Vince. We went through this time and time again. All right. And you know what, Vince? You want me to really be honest? By
Yeah.
the time I got there, it
Yeah.
was cold. It was
All right.
cold.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, finish because I don't want listen, I don't want you putting the wrong message out there. Because bro, that you just said your neighbor, there are people that appreciate you, bro.
There
I
are
don't want you to
people.
get a bad taste in your mouth because some people took advantage of you. Not all people are like that.
I guess what I'm trying to say is that when you do the right thing and like, you're doing things in life and like sometimes, you just look at things and you say, well, I did this for the person and how can they do this to me? Or how could they treat me like that? And I'm not telling people to not to do the right thing. Sometimes I'm just saying when you want something bad enough, you should think of yourself instead of others. Never stop helping people, but your happiness counts too. And you have to weigh both things. You can never tell who's going to be good or bad. You can never tell who's going to be sour in your life. But if you're just a good person and you help everybody, that's a good thing. I'm that person.
Vito, hold on. Let me throw a big time out here. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Because I keep going back to my wrist here. Live to serve, bro. Live to serve. And I know that when I became a Christian guy and I put others before me, bro, it made my life a lot easier. It really, really did. So let me ask you this question, bro, because I'm not agreeing with put yourself first. I'm not agreeing with that, bro, because I think you need to put others first. Here's what I don't. Why aren't you looking at it this way, bro? When you put those other people first, Vito, you did the right thing. So it's shame on them for doing the wrong thing. It's not shame on you, bro. You did the right thing. If they reciprocated by doing the wrong thing, that's on them, bro. That ain't on you. So why should you change the way you think?
Maybe because like you're catching it fresh. And sometimes when you sit down and reflect, you feel bad and maybe your feelings are hurt. People, I do have feelings as tough as I am. I do have feelings out there, but it just seems like, you could take so much and you could do so much. And sometimes you hit your limit and your breaking point on things. And then you got to just sit back and say, you knew what you were doing was the right thing, but you also knew what was going to be the end of it. And that just comes with experience. And you have to listen to experience sometimes. I've experienced a lot of things in my life, and you just know like you're doing the right thing, and I always will do the right thing, and we'll always help people and do that. But in the end of the day, you know what's going to catch you and you know what's going to be there. And it's not the greatest feeling in the world knowing.
But it's the greatest feeling knowing you did the right thing. Vito, you know, bro, as a fact, you know there are people I got jobs in the wrestling business that were down on their luck. I got them jobs. They turned around and screwed me. Bro, I never, ever for 1 second, I never looked back at that with regret because I knew I did the right thing, bro. They got to live with themselves for doing the wrong thing. But I did the right thing. And, bro, listen, you could sit here till the cows come home. I know you, bro. You're always going to do the right thing, regardless of what the consequences are and what people do. That's just who you are, bro.
No, you're right. And
But
you know
that's
what,
no,
people?
you can't, bro. You can't control how other people reciprocate. You can't control that, bro.
But it sucks
Right,
when,
of course.
and
Yes.
that's what I'm trying to point out. It sucks after you sacrifice for somebody else's well being.
That's right.
And then you want to make a move and you want to do something. And then they say, well, I have a different agenda and a different plan. And you just do a double take and you say, I just did this
Right.
thing for you for like 3 4 years, and then you're gonna tell me you're gonna do this.
Right.
But who was the one who guided you to this point and looked out for you, and then you're gonna go on somebody else's playing field, and you're
I
like,
understand.
I'm
But you,
like,
but
are you
you still the right thing at the end of the day, bro. You did the right thing. You can't control what other people do with that.
no, you're right. And then, from that point on, after that, you just say, I'm done. I'm not helping you again. Don't come on my doorstep. I don't care if you're begging, you want to make right, and, especially, if there's harsh words and you're not the one who initiates them, that makes it even worse. And then you're like, really? I could take you out with a snap of my finger. Now's when I really just got to be like, okay, take a break.
Yeah. But Vito, you do have to know, bro, because you can't give up on people because there are gonna be people that appreciate. Bro, there are people that are listening to this show right now and hearing what you say and appreciating you. So like you can't, you can't change the way you are, bro, and the way God make you. And you have a very, very giving personality. It's, bro, if people take advantage of that, if people don't reciprocate that, bro, it's shame on them. It's not shame on you. And I know it sucks, bro. It's happened to me. I can't tell you how many times. And my wife has told me I'm crazy. Vin, why are you helping this guy? And why are you helping that guy? You always help other people and you wind up with nothing. Yeah, I know that because that's how I am, but I can't control their actions, bro.
I know you can't. And it just sucks because, like, you know what? At the end of the day, you just want to be treated the right way. And you know what? You just want to be treated with the same respect. And a
Right.
lot of people don't do that.
I
And
understand.
it really does suck. And, people, when you're listening to a lot of the shows that we put out here on Getting Color, and anytime I'm speaking, we talk about life. This is not made up stuff. And we try to give you our life scenarios and what goes on. And we try to come up with the resolution on how we will handle it in our lives. If this benefits you, guys, then that's a good thing. You know what I mean? And we're not talking about wrestling. We're not talking about, if I had a job, I want a job. This is real life talk. This is Getting Color. We're going to talk about the way it is. If it's a wrestling conversation, we're going to say how it is. If it's a real life thing, and today is a real life thing. And if this helps you people move forward out there because you're listening to us, and this gets you by, no problem. I'm glad I can help you. You know what I mean? And like, I'm glad everybody's enjoying this. At the end of the day, you still got to look in the mirror and you got to say, okay, I'm a good guy. I'm a good person. I'm a good woman. And, everything's going to work out in the end. You got to have that
That's
belief.
right. You gotta have that, bro. You can't, if people do you wrong, bro, you can't change who you are. That's on them, bro. If you're nice to everybody at work, bro, and somebody screws you to get that promotion, now you may walk away from that being smarter and you may be wiser the next time around, but you can't change being the way you are because of how other people treat you and how they act and how they reciprocate because they're not you. All you could always try to do, like Vito did, was do the right thing, and you hope that people reciprocate. Now, bro, I'm getting a feeling now based on this whole conversation we just had, very deep, by the way. If I said, now let's see, it's 91, 27 years later. If I got out my calculator and added up all those pizzas and I sent you a bill based on everything you said, you'd send me a check?
Yes.
Very nice. Very nice. Listen, I'm going to tell you something, bro, because you're my friend and you're feeling blue. And I don't like you feeling blue. I hate when you're feeling blue. When you feel blue, I feel blue. You may think, bro, this conversation ends, and then all of a sudden I'm on to the next thing, and I forget all about my buddy Vito. Bro, it's not that way. It's not that way. When we have this conversation and I see you this way, it stays with me. Okay, but bro, you have to know. You did the right thing, bro. You always tried to do what was right. You always freaking helped the people. And, bro, a lot of people are not going to handle a situation the same way you would. So there's disappointment in people, bro. We're always going to be disappointed. But at the end of the day, you should be holding your head high, even though it sucks. I get it. But you gotta hold your head high at the end of the day. And bro, no, I did the right thing. If people want to reciprocate, that's wrong on them, bro. And you know what? They're gonna find out in time, and they're probably gonna find out the hard way. But I did everything that I was supposed to do, and I feel good about myself, bro.
Nah, you're right, Vince. You're right. And you know what? I probably, it's just something. And people, I really don't let too many people close to me, and I don't talk. And I never just talk about my problems or talk about what's inside me. But have a conversation on an open forum, and I know that a lot of people listen. A lot of people inbox me and text me and say thank you for speaking because it's helped me. I'm glad I could do it on an open forum, and to know that I do help people and I get through people. Maybe they don't make the mistakes or it gets them through today. But for me, just to talk about things, it's pretty big in my world. So, I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you use it for a positive outlook on your own lives.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know if they're enjoying it, Vito, because I think they feel your pain. And I think there are a lot of people out there that are relating to you and relating to what you're saying. But again, it's like my message to those people is don't stop doing the right thing, bro. Don't stop putting other people before you, because that's the right way to be. And those people that don't reciprocate, in the appropriate manner or treat you the way you treat them, bro, they're going to realize that in time. It's just taking them a little bit more time than it took us, but they will find out, bro, at the end. Bro, when you're at the end of the journey, when you're at the end of this journey, these are all the things you find out about life. Some people find out quicker than others. Bro, I didn't become a Christian till I was like 42 years old. So like I went through 42 years of like just absolutely not getting it. So, don't ever give up hope. You can't give up hope, and you can't give up hope. You can't give up hope in people either, Vito. You know what I mean?
No, I never do. It's just that it just sucks sometimes because you think you put your best foot forward and you think you did the right thing. And you did the right thing.
Right.
And compared to who you were before, and I think that's what bothers me more than anything else. Being that I know who I would like, the old Vito, and I know the old Vito would have went tenfold like he does now. And then I say to myself, I said, you know what? I should have been an asshole because then I wouldn't be feeling like this. But then you look at it and say, well, when I was being an asshole, I had everything coming to me that I deserved. But then when you're being a good guy and you're trying to do the right thing all the time, sometimes it's just people, it just sucks. And I know everybody out there, for the millions and millions of people who listen to this, they all feel the same way and they all have the same feeling I do. So, I mean, everybody's in agreement that, it sucks to be that guy.
Yeah, it sucks to be that guy, bro, but you also have to know that the people on the other end, they may learn from this. They're going to realize, bro, what they did and the mistake they made. They're going to realize it. And then hopefully that's going to be corrected the next time they get into the situation, because we all have to make mistakes to move forward. So those people that made the mistakes, they're going to know they made the mistakes, bro. And hopefully they're going to do what Vito did. Vito once was a mean, unreasonable SOB, bro. And he probably was to a lot of people, as was I. But as you get older, you look back and you learn from that stuff and you realize, okay, I got to change my ways. These people might just be a step or two behind and they're going to experience the same thing.
I feel you, man, 100%.
Yeah. All right, bro, tell everybody what's going on, because you got this Big Vito channel now. This guy's writing to me, wants to do my psychic read. Bro, nobody's doing my psychic reading. Nobody, bro. I don't want to know where I'm headed. I take it one day at a time. But what's going on with all these shows you got now? Cooking shows? What's going on?
Well, the Big Vito brand has been expanding, and I'm expanding my own brand on YouTube. I took the advice of Vince Russo a while ago, and we came up with a brand name, which was the Big Vito brand. And I learned podcasting. I decided I was going to be, just like the Realm Network. I was going to be like Podcast One. And I started to develop a thing where I'm going to have my own shows, a different variety of shows, and present it to the public. And This way, instead of me being a third-party entrepreneur, I would like to be a first-party entrepreneur and do my own brand and make my own money through YouTube and do everything like that. Which still a work in progress, but the shows that we have going on and everything we have on the brand, we're trying to give something for everybody and a little bit of you know, a little bit of sexy, a little bit of flirting, a little bit of cleavage, a little bit of sports, a little bit of wrestling, a little bit of the Food Network, a little bit of the movie night, a little bit of hockey night. There's just a lot of different things. And then we have Noel and Jess Bunning, who do, who have been doing some live chats, who have been doing a great, great show. Everybody knows I'm with the Super Ugly Show, and that's another show that I'm doing something with. And guys, you should catch it. Go to bigvito.com. It's the Big Vito brand. The one thing, if I could ask the millions and millions of people who listen to this show, please subscribe to my YouTube page. That only helps us, and that gives us a more of a variety. If you have an idea you'd like to submit for a show, hit me up on bigvito.com. We have a form to fill out. If you have a show that's 20 minutes or less and you think it's good enough to be on the Big Vito brand, submit it in email at bigvito@bigvito.com. Hit us up. Let's see what you got, because this is the AAA affiliate. This is the NXT of the Russo brand. So we are making headway here, and we're giving people an opportunity, a platform to present themselves in a professional manner, so this way they can make it to the top in the podcast world.
Yeah. All right, Vito, listen, bro, I'm going to let you go because I got some housekeeping to do, and I got to talk about Vinyl Me Please and certain things like that, and I don't want to keep you here because it's a Sunday night. But I thank you for joining us, bro. I thank you for opening up, and I'll give you a phone call, bro, so we could definitely continue this conversation, man.
I'll talk to you tomorrow, Vince. And everybody, good night. Take it easy. Love you. Peace out.
All right, take care, Vito. All right, there you go, everybody. The great Vito Lagrasso, and I'm very thankful that he does open up like that, bro. I think it's important, no matter what our walks of life are, bro. We all go through the same thing. I mean, that's the message, bro. We all go through the same thing, and life is ups and downs, and there are good times and there are struggles. But I mean, we can't give up on people, bro. We have to be an example. You got to be an example for other people, bro. You can't be part of the problem. You got to be part of the solution. And that's what I think. I think Vito is an example, and I think people learn from that example. Let me tell you a couple of things, bro. First, let me tell you about vinylmeplease.com. It's the greatest source of albums or vinyl or records, whatever you want to call them, bro, out there on the internet. You could see behind me, bro. I am an album freak. I am old school all the way. I don't stream anything. I don't even know if MP3 is still popular. I don't do any of that crap, bro. I take the vinyl, bro, and I throw it on the turntable. I put the needle on the vinyl, and that's how I roll. And if you're like me, bro, you want to go to vinylmeplease.com. They have a great selection. The every genre of albums you can imagine, reissues from the 60s and 70s to brand new bands that just came out. They've got a club, bro, you can join, a record of the month club, so to speak. 1 month, it's $29 a month. 3 months, it's $27. And for 12 months, it's $25 a year. That includes shipping. And they will send you their album of the month. This ain't just any album, bro. It's 180 grams of vinyl. It's very thick. It's very durable. It's not going to scratch. It's not going to skip. It's not going to warp. It's going to last your lifetime. It comes with beautiful artwork, original artwork for all the albums, cocktail recipes that tie in with the album. It's really a piece of art, and it's not your father's black vinyl, bro. They're beautiful, multicolored vinyl. Every time you open up the record and take out the vinyl, it's a different surprise. And, bro, if you don't like their selection of album of the month, they have 100 other choices you can choose from. Aside from that, bro, they also have a store you could go to anytime. You don't got to be a member of the club. You can go to their store. They got thousands of titles, and they turn over those titles every month. Check out vinylmeplease.com. And, bro, listen, you can invest in a record player for $100. You can get a great record player for $100. You can go to Best Buy. You can go to Barnes & Noble. There's a million places you could go. Get into vinyl. Vinyl's back, baby. And the first place you need to go is vinylmeplease.com. Also, everybody, man, check me out on Twitch, which I just started. I just put together a schedule, bro, for the entire week of what I'm going to be doing on Twitch. I'm trying to build that format, bro. The people there are really helping me. You could follow me. You could subscribe. You could cheer bits. There's all kinds of things you can do to support me on Twitch. Here's why I like Twitch, bro. I'll be honest with you. I can come on here and you're talking back at me instantly. Instantly, bro. We're having a conversation. I'm not talking at you like I'm doing now. I'm talking with you. And that's what Twitch allows me to do, for us to have conversations. You could ask me anything at any time about anything, and we'll have that discussion. Tomorrow, bro, I'm going to do a couple real interesting things on Twitch. I'm going to write the first episode of Rocky Mountain Pro while I am on Twitch. So you will see how I work. You will see how my brain works. You will see how I put together a show. That'll be on Twitch tomorrow. And of course, tomorrow, my Raw review, or I will watch Raw live, bro, from 8 to 11. You can join me. We could talk back and forth about the show. Just go to Twitch, and it's Vince Russo Live. As you know, bro, if you're already watching this, you belong to the Realm Network. You belong to the brand, and I thank you very, very much for your service, bro. I will be back tomorrow with a bucket full of chicken necks. I'll see you guys then, man. Take care. Same bad time, same bad channel.